Manual Lutheran High School, Lancers. Lancers got the ball to start off the game. And it's going to be Pfeiffer bringing it down for the opening drive. Over to Aberhart. He's going to try giving it out to Carstensen. Gets it away from some coverage. And he's going to go back out to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer fakes a three. Dribbles into the corner. Picks up his dribble and gives it to Aberhart, who holds on to it. Aberhart now to Carstensen. Carstensen over to Gallagher. And Gallagher's going to give it back to Carstensen, who will take the shot behind the backboard. Gets tipped, and it's going to stay Lancers' ball. Aberhart inbounding for the Lancers. And he gets it out to Pfeiffer, who's going to take the shot. Also tipped, and it's going to remain Lancers' ball. Aberhart again. To Carstensen. Takes a shot, and there's a shooting foul. And the shooting foul will be, well, in Carstensen's favor. Foul is on number 32, Barnett. First shot is no good. Carstensen with the second shot. No good. And it's picked up by number 25, Skinner, who will give it over to Collins. He's going to drive in. Stripped away by Aberhart. Tripped up by Collins, but he gives it over to Carstensen. Lancers ball once again. Pfeiffer now. Pfeiffer to Lang. Carstensen back to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer back to Carstensen. He's going to take the shot, and it falls. First points of the game, Carstensen. Clean two. Now it's number 40, Atchison with the ball. Almost stripped away by Gallagher, but he holds on to it. And it's a jump ball. That'll be Beavers' ball. And miscommunication. Out of bounds. Lancers' ball now. And Quaid came in for Gallagher. Now, Eberhard inbounding to Pfeiffer. Bit of a one-man press. And Pfeiffer's going to give it back to Eberhard as a response. Pass broken up by Atchison. He's going to take the layup. Good drive. 2 points for the Beavers. Scores now 2-all. Pfeiffer with the ball. Eberhard. He's going to take the shot. Just long. And that was Barnett with the rebound. He's going to give it to Atchison, who will take the underhand layup, but no good. Quaid now with the ball. He's going to drive forward a bit and give it back to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer to Lang. Eberhard. He takes a shot, tip, no good. Eberhard gets the rebound after some traffic. Pfeiffer with the three, no good. But it goes to Carstensen, who will take his shot. Nope. And now it's Atchison with the ball once again. Malland to Collins. Atchison. Collins. Malland. Collins. Take the three. Ooh. Close. but no good. Malland now stuck. He is going to give it over to Collins, who will give it to Skinner. Atchison now. And Collins takes a 3, and it's good. Beavers now up 5-2. Pfeiffer now covered closely by Collins. He gets around him and gives it to Carstensen, who'll give it to Eberhardt. Over to Quaid in the corner. Quaid to Carstensen up top. Over to Pfeiffer. He's going to dribble, fake a shot, and give it to Lang. Lang now along the baseline. Loses it, gets off bounce, and now in is Wellman for Barnett. Collins with the ball. No, Atchison. Now it's Collins. Malland, he's going to drive, take a shoe, two high off the backboard. Jump ball, it'll be Lancers ball. Contested by Malland and Pfeiffer. Carstensen back to Pfeiffer. And Pfeiffer picks up his dribble a bit early, gets it to Quaid. And no good from the free throw. Carstensen. Those are his third and fourth points of the night. Not bad so far. Atchison with the ball. Knocked away by Eberhardt, but he picks it back up. He's going to give it to Collins. Shot is no good. Bounces high. And there's a travel on Atchison. On the floor, try getting up. That's a travel all the time. Quaid now is going to give it to Eberhardt, who will whip it over to Pfeiffer. Cross half court now to Jors. Pfeiffer now with the ball. He's going to give it to Eberhardt, who will fake the 3, dribble in a bit. The 2 is no good, though. Eberhardt tries saving it, steps on the line before he gets it back in, though, so it's no good. Skinner inbounding to Atchison. Atchison to Malad. Collins. Picks up his dribble and gives it over to Skinner. Outside the 3, he's going to whip it over to Malland. Who will dribble in a bit. Think about the 2, but won't take it. Give it to Atchison in traffic. He's going to feed it out to Malland. Takes a shot, gives it to Atchison with a 3. Clean swish. 5 points in the game already. Pfeiffer now with the ball. Getting chased by Collins. He's going to give it to Quaid. Quaid will give it to Eberhardt. And Eberhardt is going to give it out to Jors, who fakes the shot. Sadly, it's a travel. And the shot wasn't any good anyways. Now we've got Wellman inbounding to Atchison. Skinner is out. Barnett is in for the Beavers. Atchison with the ball. He's going to give it to Malland up top. Guarded by Pfeiffer. We'll give it over to Collins. Atchison. And shot gets blocked by, looks like 3 different Lancers. It's another jump ball. That'll be Beavers' ball. Now it's Wellman inbounding. Being blocked by Lang. He tries getting it to Atchison. Pass goes over his head. Eberhardt almost gets it. And eventually, Collins kicks it out, I believe. And it's a full timeout. Called by the Lancers. So far, we've got Nathan Atchison, number 40 of the Beavers, with 5 points. Evan Collins, number 4, with a 3. And Thomas Carstensen has all 4 of the Lancers' points. 1 foul on Barnett, but that's it. teams are moving, that's for sure. But not too many of the shots are landing, so it's a back and forth game at this point. The Beavers have just managed to score more points. And now it's Eberhard inbounding to Pfeiffer. Give it to Quaid. Lang. And he's going to dribble, give it back out to Quaid. Muffs his pass. And he's going to give it to Lang off his feet, but Pfeiffer picks it up, so it's not a problem. Pfeiffer now going to give it over to Jors, who will fake a shot, and tries getting it to Eberhard. Passes too high. Beavers ball. And now it's Wellman inbounding to Atchison. He's going to take it across half court. Now he's getting guarded by Eberhard. Bit of a crossover. Quaid almost knocks it away. But Collins hits it too. And Pfeiffer manages to get around Atchison. These Beavers are running a close one-man guard on the point, or close one-man screen on press on the point guard, and it seems to be working with some quality. It's a jump ball, barely, but it'll be Lancer's ball. Now it looks like Albrecht is in for Eberhard, and Skinner is in for Malland. George now inbounding. Tries getting it to Lang. It's not a good pass though, and it goes straight to Atchison. Now it's Albrecht on Atchison. He's going to give it over to Barnett. Won't take the shot. Instead, he'll give it to Collins. And that's another three. Pfeiffer now with the ball. He's going to snipe it over to Lang, who will give it back to him. And he gets it out to Quaid from the corner. Quaid now going to dribble. He's going to give it to Lang, and it gets broken up by Atchison with some aggressive defense. Atchison loses his dribble a bit, but he gets over the line in time, and tries giving it to Collins, but it goes over his head. No good. So now Pfeiffer inbounding to Bernthal, who will give it to Quaid. Can't pass back to Pfeiffer. He wasn't across the line yet. Almost fouled by Collins, but refs don't call it, so it must be good. And Albrecht tries juking out a bit. It's a jump ball contested by Quaid and Atchison. It will be Beavers ball again. We've had quite a few jump balls already in this game. Mostly produced by Nathan Atchison, number 40. He's being a good aggressive player on the court today. Over to Wallman. Barely manages to keep it in bounds. He'll give it to Collins, who will give it out to Atchison. Screened by Barnett. And he tries getting it over to Collins. Pfeiffer picks up the pass instead. No press there. Pfeiffer to Albrecht. Down to Lang inside. Shot is no good. Bernthal almost rebounds. Eventually gets picked up by Skinner. And it's a reach on Bernthal. Now we've got Eberhard in for Quaid. Skinner is inbounding to Atchison. And Malland is in for Collins. Atchison now with the ball. No press. Looks like that's a Beavers exclusive for right now. Might change later in this game. He's going to get it to Malland. And it'll be Lancer's ball. Not the greatest pass. And that one-man press isn't going to do much good when you've got a third guy. Albrecht's going to get around to Atchison and going to give it over to Pfeiffer up top. Pfeiffer now to Albrecht. Albrecht going to dribble a bit, give it back out to Pfeiffer. He is wide open. Atchison steps up to cover him. And he's going to dribble into a corner. Keeps his eyes toward the basket, though. He's going to try getting into Lang. Not the greatest bounce pass, but Lang does manage to keep it a jump ball. So now it's Bernthal inbounding. Looks like the Lancers are... Oh, and we've got Collins in for Atchison. That's his first time sitting tonight. Bernthal is now inbounding. And the pass gets broken up by Barnett, so it'll be Lancer's ball. Now inbounding from the side. And it looks like the Beavers are starting to run a bit of a zone, 2-3 zone. And now it's Collins with the ball. He's getting guarded by Albrecht. He's going to give it over to Malland, who's getting covered by Pfeiffer. Dribbles down to the baseline, gets it out to Barnett. That pass gets broken up by Eberhardt, who gives it to Pfeiffer. He's going to get it down to Albrecht. Shot is no good. And it's a foul on number 5, Wellman. That's his first of the night. Albrecht is now shooting 2. No free throws have been scored yet this game. Will he change it? Not with his first shot. Now Atchison is back in for Wellman. Albrecht, second shot. Second shot. It's good. That's Albrecht's first point to the night and the first free throw made tonight. So now it's 13-5 Beavers. Atchison with the ball. Atchison's going to give it to Collins, guarded by Bernthal. He's going to get a tricky bounce pass down to Skinner, who will dribble up to the baseline, take a shot, no good. Lang and Skinner fighting for that ball. It'll be Beavers' ball. Skinner is now inbounding for the Beavers. He's going to get it to Malland up top. Pfeiffer's now on him. The Lancers are running a bit more of a man defense. Now Atchison with the ball, guarded by Carsonson. And 3 is just long. Lang picks it up after the air ball. Now Pfeiffer with the ball. Nobody on him. Atchison picks him up. Lang tries screening. Pfeiffer doesn't take it. Instead, I'll give it to Eberhardt. Eberhardt to Lang down low. Back to Eberhardt. Fakes a shot. Takes the second one. Draws the foul, but the shot is no good. Bounced around a bit, fell out. So Eberhardt will take 2 free throws. See if he can score tonight. First one is good. Second is no good. And Atchison and Quaid fighting it for it. Man, Atchison is really going for these balls on defense. But this time it'll be Lancer's ball, so maybe they can get 2 points extra out of this drive. Bernthal gives it to Eberhardt, who will pass it down low to Quaid, and he gets in the trap. He's going to spike it off of Skinner's foot, and it'll be Lancer's ball again. Bernthal inbounding again. Will he get it to this time? Carsonson wide open. Who's going to take the quick shot? 6 points tonight. He's doing pretty well so far. Now it's Atchison with the ball. Atchison to Skinner. Out to Collins. Back to Atchison. He's going to use his dribble now. And he's going to give it out to Collins. 3 is no good, but gets picked up by Barnett. Shot eventually falls into Tanner Quaid's hands. Loses his dribble, but that's okay. Gives him time to set up a play now. Pfeiffer with the ball. And they're going to call a travel on him. He had his pivot foot down, but it must have slid a bit. And some hecklers in the stands right now from Augusta. Timeout called by the Beavers, I believe. So far, Carstensen has 6. Albrecht has 1. Collins has 8. And Atchison has 5. Just a bit of a score update. 4 scores so far this game. It's been pretty interesting so far. Just over 4 minutes left in the half. Let's see if the Lancers have anything more to cook up. Maybe get the game tied or even get a bit of a lead before the half is done. They can do it. They're only 5 down. And it'll be Wellman inbounding to Atchison, as usual. Atchison now with the ball. Gonna give it over to Malland, who will whip it down low to Barnett, but gets picked up by Carstensen. And there's going to be a reach on Barnett. That's his second foul. Oh, reach, grab, hold. A foul of that type. And Eberhardt's going to come down so that Quaid can inbound it. Eberhardt will give it over to Pfeiffer now. And Pfeiffer to Carstensen. Up high. Pass to Eberhardt. Oh, shot is just barely out. Quaid picks it up. He's going to dribble. Shot no good. Bernthal picks it up, spikes it off of Barnett's foot. Collins breaks up a pass from Eberhardt to Pfeiffer, and he'll give it over to Barnett. Barnett now with the ball. He's going to give it to Malland. Malland's going to dribble in, pick it up, and give it out to Atchison. Guarded closely by Eberhardt. Good defense, keeping a hand on him. He gets it over to Wellman, though. Good eyes. And shot comes short. Carstensen picks it up. He's going to give it over to Pfeiffer now. Collins is going to pick up point guard on their side. And now it's Atchison on Pfeiffer. He's going to give it over to Carstensen outside the 3 line. We'll give it over to Quaid with a over-the-head shot pass. Quaid now. And it's a jump ball. Contested between Quaid and Malland. Quaid is another one of those players. He's been forcing a lot of jump balls today. Nice and aggressive. We like to see that. Now it's Wellman inbounding to Atchison. And Skinner is now in for Barnett. The Beavers only have 6 players. That can start to take a toll on your team pretty quickly when you've only got 1 guy on the bench. Eberhardt blocks the pass by Atchison, and he's going to try to get around him, but gets called for a carry. So it'll be Beavers ball. Now Jors and Lang are in for Bernthal and Pfeiffer. Unlike the Beavers, they have a nice big C-team bench, so they can trade players sometimes. Even maybe get a couple of injuries and still be going just fine. Now it's Collins with the ball. He loses his dribble, and now Jors pulls in on him. Malland now, covered by Lang. He's going to pick it up and tries getting it out to Skinner, but Quaid picks up the handoff. Now it's Lang with the drive. Shot gets knocked away by Skinner off the backboard. Guess who it is with that jump ball? Atchison again, and this time Carstensen. Now it'll be Lancers ball. Just over 2 minutes left in the half. Quaid now inbounding. He's going to give it to Carstensen up top. Collins picks it up. Collins is going to drive in, left-handed. And Carstensen is going to get called for push. I believe Carstensen. Carsonson foul. First shot is no good. Is Collins going to be able to add to his 8 points and also the Beavers lead before the half is done? We'll see. Second shot. And second shot is falls. So now, Beavers are doing a full court press. There's just, and Quaid dribbles all the way through that. Pretty impressive, actually. Those are hard to break. He tries spiking it off of a foot. Thinks he stepped out of bounds, but it's going to go out by Lang. So now it's Skinner inbounding to Atchison, and Albrecht is in for TQ. That's Quaid. Atchison now with the ball. He's going to get it over to Malland. Malland now to Collins. He's going to take it 2. No good. Wellman now with the ball. He's going to try shooting, but it comes up short. Too much coverage. Now it's Lang with the ball. Carsonson falling behind him. He picks up his dribble, maybe a bit unwise. Tries passing to Eberhardt, and Collins picks it up. Collins is now going to drive down. And he's going to take his time. Give it to Atchison. Atchison to Malland. Malland's going to drive in. Not much defense there. And it looks like a weird pass to Wellman. And shot is no good. Too much traffic. And it'll be Beavers' ball. 1 minute left in the half. Will either team score? Maybe. Skinner inbounds it to Collins, who will give it to Atchison. Back to Collins, over to Malland. Malland to Atchison. And there's a travel call on Malland. Didn't have a set pivot foot. Full court press. Carsonson now going to inbound to Eberhardt. Eberhardt, tricky dribbling, behind the back, gets all the way through it. 40 seconds left. He's going to dribble into a corner, but holds on to his dribble still. And he's going to give it over to Lang. Going to fake a shot, drive in, and his first 2 points of the night. Atchison down to Malland. 20 seconds left. Atchison again. He's going to take a 3, way long. Eberhardt's going to pick it up. 10 seconds. He's going to give it to George. Going to try to take a shot, and there's a clear foul. It's a shooting foul. George might get the chance to score now. And it'll be on Collins. Timeout gets called by the Beavers. 7 seconds left in the half, and George will be shooting 2. There was a bit of blown coverage there. The Lancers were able to get right through that, and so the Beavers panicked and got a shooting foul. Fortunately, they won't have to worry about bonus as there's only 7 seconds left in the half, and they only have 5 fouls. What they really want to avoid, though, is getting a player to foul out. If that happens, then they only have 5 players, and they are going to get extremely exhausted very quickly. Fortunately, Barnett has 2 fouls, but he's the only one with more than 1, so for now they're looking fine. Shooting foul. First shot by George. Lancers hoping to score a bit more points. They're only down by 4. It's pretty good for the half. Now, George shooting 2. First shot getting set. It's not super consistent, but maybe he can get a couple points here. And an untimely burp from the stands. Second shot by George. Oh, shot is just not enough art. Lang gets it. He's going to give it to Eberhardt. Take a shot. Eberhardt is going to lower the deficit to only 2 points. And that's halftime. So now for scores, we've got Evan Collins with a 2-pointer, 2 threes, and a free throw. Nathan Atkinson with a 2-pointer and a 3. Thomas Carstensen with 3 2-pointers. And Owen Albrecht with a free throw. And then Eberhardt has a free throw and a 2-pointer, and Lang also a 2. And that's it for the first half. We'll see you in 7 minutes. Beavers ball now as we start the second half. So it'll be Skinner inbounding to Atchison. Now the first time we're seeing this tonight. Collins is going to take the three just long. Skinner tries picking it up, but it's going to go out of bounds. Now we've got Albrecht inbounding to Piper. Almost broken up by Collins. He's playing pretty aggressive. And he's going to get it to Lang. To Bauer. That's one of the few times we've seen him playing. Now it's Atchison with the ball. Collins got it. He's going to give it to Atchison. Down to Barnett. And he's going to take a goofy two, but it doesn't fall. Collins now. And that's an easy to call jump ball. Lancers ball. Pfeiffer gets it down to Albrecht to bring it across half court. Albrecht now. Lang to Bauer. He's going to give it out to Pfeiffer. Thinks about a three. Doesn't take it. And they're going to call a travel. Questionable. Skinner to Atchison. Kind of muffs the catch, but he'll get it anyway. There's nobody on him. And now it's Albrecht picking him up and Lang. Open shot by Collins. And they're going to call a foul on Lang. For shot. No good. He's made one so far. See if he can make his second. Second shot. Nope. And Barnett gets it. He's going to give it to Skinner, who will take a shot. Skinner gets it too now. And Albrecht to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer's going to take it down without too much trouble. Gallagher is in now for Aberhart, looks like. Albrecht, 3 is no good. Barnett picks it up and he'll give it to Atchison. Atchison's been leading the team as point guard this game. And he'll give it to Mallon, who will get into a trap. He's going to give it out to Skinner. To Collins. Jumps to catch that. He'll give it to Atchison. Atchison to Skinner. Skinner's 2 is no good. And Gallagher's going to pick it up. Give it to Pfeiffer, who might have to dribble around Collins. And he's going to do it. He's actually going to drive in. Take it 2. Bit high off the backboard. Doesn't look any good. Bauer tries getting the ball from Barnett, but it'll be Beavers' ball. And now Gallagher and Albrecht are out. Quaid and Carstensen are in. Quaid and Carstensen are 2 promising freshmen for the Lancers, who are on C team. Atchison with the ball right now. He's going to give it over to Collins. Pass almost gets broken up. Bauer picks up the rebound though. And now it's Pfeiffer. He'll dribble down himself. He's going to give it to Lang, who will get it down to Bauer. Bauer's got 4 now. With some tenacious play, he's already got 4 points, and we're only a couple minutes into the half. Atchison now with the ball. He's going to try with a tricky pass to Skinner, but doesn't. There was nobody there, and so Pfeiffer picks it up. Pfeiffer picks up his dribble, gives it over to Carstensen. Snipe it over to Quaid, who will give it to Lang. Lang's shot is no good. Skinner picks up the rebound to his tall frame, and he's going to give it to Atchison. Screen by Barnett. Atchison's going to give it to Mallon, who will fake a 3 and gets called for a travel. Teams are tied at 16 right now. Pfeiffer gives it to Lang, who'll give it to Bauer. Shot gets knocked away by Skinner, and Atchison picks it up, holds on to it. Nobody's going to contest him, and there won't be a press either. Atchison now. Lancers in a bit of a confusion as they're all standing in the lane. And Barnett tries shooting. It only goes backwards. Carsonson now, he's going to give it over to Pfeiffer. Some quick dribbling. He's going to get it. Tries getting it to Quaid. Atchison breaks it up. And Atchison panics on the drive, and Quaid manages to play good enough defense to keep him from making a shot. Quaid now with the ball, guarded by Collins. He'll give it over to Pfeiffer. Over to Carsonson. Lang. And there's going to be a foul called on Barnett. That's his third. He's the only one at risk of fouling out during this game, and even that's not very likely. Now it'll be Carsonson inbounding. He's going to get it to Quaid. Quaid fakes a bit of a two, and he's going to get it out to Carsonson. Tries getting it to Bernthal. Atchison breaks it up, and drive is still no good. They're going to say it's Beavers' ball. Looked like Collins knocked it out. Maybe there was some other hands in there. And Beavers call a timeout. 11:33 in that game to go. Tied at 16. It's been a pretty good game so far. Nice and close. Not too lazy, but not too exhausting either. Both teams have had some nice aggressive play today. The Beavers have that one-man press on inbounds by the Lancers. It's been working okay. Lancers have to send another guy down now to get it in. And they've also gotten they've also forced a lot of jump balls. And some good three shooting. The Lancers haven't made any threes, but the Beavers have trio of them. Collins now going to try for two. It's no good. Lang picks it up. He's going to drive. Gets fouled by Collins. Knocked over. Kind of just got tripped up because he was trying to hold on to his dribble. And now it's going to be Carsonson giving it to Quaid. Quaid now fakes a bounce pass to Carsonson, and now he's actually going to give it to him. Back out to Quaid. He's got Bernthal wide open. Bernthal to Bauer down low, back out to Bernthal. To Quaid. Carsonson. And Carsonson's going to take it too. No good. Bernthal picks it up though. He's going to give it out to Quaid. He'll think about a three but won't take it. And he's going to give it to Carsonson. To Lang. Shot gets stuffed by Skinner, but it'll be Lancers' ball. Bernthal now inbounding. Now it's Bauer with the ball. He'll give it out to Bernthal outside the three. Over to Carsonson to Quaid. Swing it back to Carsonson to Bernthal. Bernthal going to take a three. Shot just bounces off the near side of the rim. And Barnett's going to pick it up. He's going to dribble it down. Quaid's going to get up on him. So is Carsonson. He's going to try shooting. His shot's no good. Pops back up again, and it'll be Carsonson eventually maintaining control of it. Now it's Quaid with the ball. Swings it to Carsonson. Back out to Quaid. Quaid now to Bernthal, wide open. Down to Bauer down low. Shot gets knocked out by Wellman, so it'll be Lancers' ball. And now Malland is in for Barnett. Bernthal inbounding. He's going to get it to Quaid, who will take a long two. No good. Lang picks it up though. He's going to take a dribble, shoot, shot no good. But he manages, nope. It'll be Atchison down to Collins, wide open. He stops on the drive. Not usually a good idea, and as a result, can't make a layup or a jump shot. So now it's Quaid with the ball. Quaid's going to dribble around Atchison, and he'll drive in a bit and take the two. This is a set shot. Skinner picks it up. He's going to give it to Atchison. Atchison now. He's going to manage to get it out to Collins after getting almost knocked away. Collins now back to Atchison. Into Wellman down low. Wellman's going to take a shot. No good. Now he's going to take a couple of free throws because there's the foul on number 12, Quaid. First of the night. Let's see. First shot. He's been pretty quiet, so. First shot, no good. As I was saying, been pretty quiet so far. Only his stats counted him tonight are just a single foul. That's it. Second shot. And he crossed the line after the shot. It was going to be good, but he moved too early, so it doesn't count. That could come back to bite them as it's still tied. Pfeiffer now with the ball. Gives it to Lang. To Bauer. Bauer being nice and aggressive. Back to Lang. Lang to Bauer again. To Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer going to take a three. And now Bauer out to Quaid. Quaid to Pfeiffer. To Carsonson. Carsonson muffs the pass a bit, but picks it up and gets it to Bauer. Shot no good. Skinner gets the rebound and he's going to give it to Collins. Collins now to Atchison up top. Guarded by Carsonson. Atchison to Malland. Malland to Skinner. Skinner's shot, no good. Looks like a bit of a trial there. Refs don't call it. And now it's Pfeiffer with the ball. To Lang in the paint. Shot no good. Too far back. And bounced off the back lip of the backboard. And Skinner apparently was injured. Probably just a small injury. He was able to get off of his own power. Now it's Atchison with the ball. Over to Malland. And a bit of a travel there. Doesn't get called. To Collins. Collins going to take it too. Shot no good. Bounces off the front of the rim. Bauer picks it up, gives it to Quaid, who'll give it to Pfeiffer. Still tied at 16. Pfeiffer now to Lang. Gets broken up by Collins, but eventually Lang does manage to get a good hold on it. And that'll be a jump ball. He grabbed it underneath his leg that held onto it. Now it's Carsonson inbounding. Who will he get it to? Maybe Quaid? Yep, Quaid's open. Gets stolen away by Atchison, but Quaid manages to get it back. Looks like there was a bit of fighting there. Kind of just seemed like fighting for the ball, but refs thought it was more than just that. So now it'll be Lancers inbounding. And Gallagher and Albrecht are going to check in for Quaid and Lang. Finally, the confusion is cleared. And Collins runs in, breaks up the pass. Doesn't stop this time, and so it's going to fall. Collins now got 11 points on the night. Pfeiffer now. Pfeiffer to Gallagher, who will give it back to Pfeiffer to Carsonson. Carsonson going to take. And now it's the Lancers who are making it tied. Bit of confusion. Atchison over to Malland. Guarded by Gallagher. Shot, no good. Bauer picks it up. Bauer's been a nice aggressive player today. He was looking pretty good. Usually plays for junior varsity. He is a nice addition to the C team today. Pfeiffer gives it to Carstensen, who will send it right back to him. Pfeiffer to Carstensen again. Carstensen shot comes up short. Atchison picks it up. He's going to dribble down now. 6:40 left in the half. Atchison now loses his dribble, picks it back up again. Now Malland with the ball up top. Malland's going to give it to Collins, who will take a 2 from the free throw line. And it lands. Rolls around in the rim a bit, but it does fall. And so it'll be Pfeiffer now, trying to dribble around Collins. And he is going to give it over to Gallagher. We'll dribble in a bit and give it back out to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer's going to fake a 3. He's going to dribble along the baseline. Take a tricky 2 shot from the narrow angle. But it'll go. And those are his first 2 points of the night. He's been kind of quiet tonight, but still playing a pretty fundamentally solid game. Malin Salt comes up just short. Carstensen tries getting the rebound, contested with Collins. And eventually it'll be Albrecht fighting for the ball with Wellman. So it'll be Beavers ball still, tied at 20 now. They are starting to trade points here. Now Skinner's in for Barnett. Skinner is inbounding. Tries getting it to Collins. But Albrecht will pick it up. And they're going to call a foul on Collins. That's his 3rd of the night. Well, with only 5:45 left in the game, it shouldn't be a huge problem. And that's a full timeout by the Lancers. So right now, we've got number 4 Collins with 3 2-pointers, pair of 3-pointers, and a free throw. Skinner has a 2. Atchison has a 2 and a 3. Carstensen has 4 2s. Albrecht has a free throw. Pfeiffer has a 2. Bauer has a pair of 2s. Lang has a 2. Eberhardt has a free throw and a 2-pointer. So scoring is starting to be shared pretty well. Obvious points leaders are Collins and Carstensen, but the rest of the team is certainly helping. Basketball is a team game, not an individual game. If you have a good team, you can play well. Five stars won't get you very far if none of them ever pass the ball. And it's those quiet players without a ton of points who can help the team run well, like Pfeiffer. He's only had 2 points, but he's been on the court pretty much the whole game, playing as point guard. And he's doing a great job at helping his teammates function. Same with Atchison. Only 5 points, been kind of quiet the second half, but he's helping his teammates do what they need to do to potentially get the Beavers the win. So it's tied at 20, 5:45 left in the half, and now it's Albrecht with the ball. He's going to get it to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer guarded closely by Collins. And Pfeiffer's going to fake a 3 and give it over to Gallagher. He's going to drive in a bit and give it back to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer's wide open, fakes a 3, and he's going to take a closer 2. No good. Carstensen picks it up and gets it out to Albrecht. Albrecht will take the 2. And the Lancers are now up by 2. First time in a little while this game. Now it'll be Atchison, picks up his dribble. He's going to give it over to Malland. Malland's going to get it to Skinner, who's going to use his height to get the pass. He's going to give it to Collins. Over to Atchison, guarded by Albrecht. Atchison now going to dribble in a bit. Shot way high off the backboard, but Skinner picks up the rebound. He's got 4 points tonight. He's using his height to his advantage, and it's working pretty well for him. Pfeiffer now with the ball. He'll get it over to Gallagher. Albrecht now with the ball. Short pass to Pfeiffer. And he'll give it to Gallagher, who will drive in a bit, but doesn't wait. He takes the shot. No good. Air ball. And Atchison catches it. Atchison now driving down. He's going to get it out to Collins, who will take a 3. Shot just far. Carstensen picks it up. He's also got a bit of height there, which will help him get more rebounds. Pfeiffer now with the ball. Pfeiffer going to get it over to Albrecht. Albrecht will take a 3. No good. Skinner picks it up, and he's going to give it to Atchison. Atchison over to Malland, to Collins. Atchison again. He's going to take a three. This time it lands. Beavers are up by 3, 25-22. Less than 4 minutes left in the game. Pfeiffer now getting guarded. He's going to dribble around Collins, who wipes out and loses his glasses. Shot gets blocked by Atchison. And it looks like Collins wiped out a bit, maybe face planted, trying to guard Pfeiffer. Use his speed to get around him. Pfeiffer's been pretty good at getting around these one-man presses, and that's helping the Lancers a lot too. Now we got Bernthal, Quaid, and Lang in for Carstensen, Albrecht, and Gallagher. 3:38 left in the game. Lancers down by 3. This has certainly been a close game all day. Now you got Atchison with the ball. He's going to go over to Malland. Malland now to Barnett. Barnett to Atchison. Malland. Atchison. And Wallman apparently gets knocked away by Lang. The Beavers might be hurting a bit with Collins. Oh, wait, never mind. Collins is subbing back in, and he's going to come in for Malland. His first break in a little while. Now Skinner inbounding on a stack inbound. Tries getting it to Collins. Quaid knocks it away, and Bauer gives it over to Pfeiffer. Collins on Pfeiffer now. And they're going to call a blocking foul on Collins. He's at 4 fouls now. Risky position. 3:13 left in the game. If the Beavers lose him, their leading scorer, they might have a serious issue. Bernthal now inbounding. Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer to Quaid at the 3. Over to Pfeiffer. He'll give it to Bernthal. Bernthal will give it to Bauer. Shot knocked away by Skinner, but Bauer picks it up again. Bernthal now. He's going to take a 3. It's a great switch. Bernthal's not a huge scorer, but that 3 looked great. It looks like he's been scoring since he was a young child. Now it's Barnett with the ball. Barnett's going to dribble in a bit. Skinner takes a shot. It's good. And now the Beavers are up by 2. 30-second timeout called by the Lancers. Beavers are only up by 2, and there's 2:37 left. Looks like these players decided to make this game a bit interesting as we hit the last 3 minutes. First with an excellent three-pointer from the side by Bernthal. Those are hard to hit. You really don't have much 3D perception over there. And then a good jumper too by Skinner from pretty close to the block. And the Beavers are only up by 2. Collins is at a bit of a risk with 4 fouls. If he can stay in, the Beavers have a good bit better of a chance than if he fouls out. And those Beavers are getting pretty loud as this game is getting more and more intense. And it looks like he'll be Lang inbounding to either Quaid or Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer over to Quaid. Quaid will dribble to the 3. He'll give it over to Pfeiffer, who's mainly their point guard. Now Bernthal, probably on a surge of adrenaline. Tries getting it over to Quaid, but Collins breaks it up, gives it to Wellman, who will give it back to Collins. Collins now, he is going to drive. A bit of a spin move, but Pfeiffer's pretty good on him. And the Beavers tried to call a timeout. There's some confusion. The Beavers called a timeout before the jump ball, but the refs aren't going to give it to them. 2:12 left in the game. This is getting pretty intense. And now Carstensen's in for Bernthal. Carstensen's been the leading scorer with 8 points and only 1 foul. He's looking pretty good today. Pfeiffer gets it. Atchison tries blocking past to Carstensen. And Pfeiffer decides to just go ahead and dribble it. Quaid now. Pfeiffer going to take a 3. He hasn't made any today. That's a bit sad. He's usually a lot more consistent. Atchison with the ball. And Lang's on him. Skinner. Bauer breaks it up and Carstensen picks it. Now it's Pfeiffer with the ball. 1:45 left in the game. Pfeiffer going to give it to Carstensen. Carstensen, he's going to take a three. Shot no good. Skinner picks it up. He's been getting a lot of rebounds today. And now it's Atchison with the ball. And that's a pretty obvious foul on Quaid. Shove in the back. Fortunately, he didn't wipe out, but, like, you can't do that. So, it'll be a technical foul. I believe. First shot is good. And Quaid is out after that, and Albrecht is in. Beavers now up by 3. Second shot. Also good. Now, 1:34 left in the game. The Lancers are only down by 4, but it's Beavers' ball because of the technical. That move, that shove in the back is going to hurt him quite a bit. Albrecht going to get on Atchison. Atchison going to cross over. And he's going to drive in. Lang going to cover him. Skinner now with the ball. He's going to get it to Wallman down low. Shot is good. Down by 6. Lancers give it to Albrecht. And bad pass to Bauer. It'll be Beavers' ball with 1:15 left in the game. This is still winnable, but it's starting to look pretty tight. And now the Lancers are pressing. Smart move here, as they kind of need to. Collins now, he's going to hand it over to Atchison, who will drive in a bit. And shot is good. 1 minute left. Lancers are down by 8. Pfeiffer to Lang. Lang will feed it out. And it's going to be Beavers' ball. Now it's Collins with the ball. They're taking their time trying to run off the clock. Barnett now. He's going to dribble. Tries getting it over to Atchison. And it's a foul on Lang. It's a push. No bonus yet, but 36-6 and the Lancers are down by 8. This isn't looking too good. Carstensen almost breaks up a pass to Atchison, and Atchison to Barnett. Barnett now to Collins. Collins with the ball. It's a jump ball, and that'll, wait. Oh. They're going to call a foul on Pfeiffer instead. Looked like a jump ball, but nope, it's a foul. 20.9 seconds left. And Atchison with the ball. He's going to dribble up top with it. Albrecht now moves up on him. Carstensen almost breaks up a pass, goes out, and that'll be Beavers' ball. Less than 10 seconds left in the game. The Lancers almost had it this game, and they could have won, but the Beavers decided to get moving in the last few seconds. The Beavers decided to get some points in the last few seconds of the game. And that's game, folks. So, Beavers win finally, 33-25. Leading scores are Ethan Collins with 3 2-pointers, 2 3-pointers, and a free throw. Skinner with 3 2-pointers. Atchison with 2 2-pointers, 2 3-pointers, and 2 free throws. Albrecht with a 2 and a free throw. Bernthal with a 3-pointer. Carstensen with 4 2-pointers. That's pretty good. Pfeiffer with a 2-pointer. Bauer with pair of 2-pointers. Lang with a 2-pointer. Eberhardt with a free throw and a 2-pointer. And Wellman also had a 2-pointer. And that's game. This was your Iowa Whales in commentating and Will Siddle behind the camera. We'll see you in the JV game.